highlights here of symphonic metal. We got an image to show. Although for the podcast members, this one's going to be tough. But the symphonic metal starter pack, really, you got to have at least one long epic track.
20 minutes, 13 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah,
this is so true.
There is a piano ballad, but it's usually after the epic track.
Asking, like, in 2021, trying to get someone to listen to a 20-minute track, that is brutal.
But that's the thing with symphonic metal is not every track is long. Sometimes in progressive metal, like every track is 10 plus minutes.
Yeah.
In symphonic metal, most of them will be like, 4 to 6.5 minutes. But then, like, Nightwish, they'll have like, the greatest story ever told or whatever.
They bring that progressive classical nature comes out. They just can't help it. They gotta get one of those on the album. But they do a lot of like more poppy, catchier things that you can like structure, you can get behind. It's a good way to lead people into metal, really, symphonic metal.
It really is, because
it's more accessible.
The ugliness, quote unquote ugliness of death metal is heavily contrasted with like the prettiness of symphonic metal, because you almost always have a female vocalist. You have black leather corsets. It's a much more aesthetically pleasing genre than say like death
pretty,
metal.
But not in a glamour way. Not in a glamour metal way.
Not in a glamorous way. It's true.
And dude, you have to get people in the door, with that sweetness, that prettiness that you're talking about. Man, when I record something and there's no like keyboard element or symphonic, you could put symphonic element in there. It's so much harder to kind of hear like the chords and stuff,
Yeah.
And that like the symphonic stuff, it just really makes everything more clear and accessible. Something to it. So,
and it creates like a much, much thicker, more rounded sound, because you'll have like these background instruments like a cello and violins.
Thickness and roundness. That's what I like.
Thick and round. So what Celtic Frost, one of the aspects of, they were one of the first metal bands to use an operatic female singer in their metal. And that really a key feature of symphonic metal is this soprano.
But what people don't actually realize is that was me when I castrated myself. I was doing those high pitched vocals.
Brutal.
Well, did you
really?
Did you
then I had
to
I reattached my balls. So that's
I was gonna say,
why
did you glue them back
voice,
on, because you're not a
that's
soprano
when my voice
anymore?
Dropped. My soprano range is kind of suffering these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a recastration.
So let's check out, this song is called Rex Irae, and it's from Celtic Frost. Their 1987 album called Into the Pandemonium. And you're going to start hearing some of these symphonic metal ingredients. So here we go. Rex Irae.
Arches of fear, all mortal love, in breeding and death, remembrance of one. I am one with the essence, breathing glorified in
Yeah.
Now, you would certainly not, if you're familiar with symphonic metal, you probably wouldn't put that in there in the symphonic metal genre.
But maybe
right?
we can pick some of these out, right? Like lyrics about tyrannical medieval kings. I mean, that seems like that could fit in with that one. Or,
songs with Celtic instruments.
Yes, that one. These symphonic metal starter pack elements. They're all over that. I don't know how long that track goes on, but there was so much.
9 minutes.
There you go. And there was so much verb on her that she almost sounded like a chorus.